arguably two teams that have been around for quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Longer than most, I suppose, especially at this event.
Yeah. So we saw Lynx earlier in the tournament on Inferno. In fact, it was against NSG, right? And we felt it could have been better. Obviously, there was some signs of life. Wasn't there?
I was a bit disappointed, but yeah, there were some signs that hopefully they can pick up on in this sort of series. And yeah, I've got high hopes.
So obviously, this is a single elimination situation.
Yep.
The loser will be going home. It is best of 3, and the maps I believe are Inferno, which is the pick for mYinsanity, Cobble for London Lynx, and then a third map would be Train, which I've played Fearless many times. And Train, he is a bit of a beast on that side.
Yeah, and kicking things off, they are just going to rush B. Trouble in a spot of bother, but he does pick up one frag, and they can just play for the retake, and that is dirty.
So if you remember the first day, we actually saw London Lynx play a very similar setup like this, but Trouble actually had a kit towards this site. This time he does not, which might be affecting this post-plant situation as well. It is going to be 2v4 though. Fearless is just charging forward. Nobody's actually with him. 2v1 in fact. Dylan's on for a 5-man technically. 2v1 ace. 1v2. Has a 3k already. I'm just hang on. 1v2 and Cyber does take the pistol. But we are going to go to the splashing for 1 second. I believe there is a bit of a issue right now with tech. On the stream at least.
And we're back.
Yeah, so there was a bit of a visual issue on the stream at least.
Fixed.
And
No
obviously
problem.
fixed now.
Yep.
So that's all fine. We did see Lynx taking the pistol, obviously. It was a bit of an interesting situation. Trouble got 2 kills
Right,
while
I'm really
playing on
confused
his
already.
own.
Fearless on his anti-eco, he's gone Deagle, no armour.
It's a bit bold, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, does he know something that we don't about how to play the game? But it's a bold decision, I guess.
I suppose one way of thinking about it, obviously they are just rushing straight at him.
Yeah.
They don't know he doesn't have armor, obviously, in this situation. But the main part is they did get the plant on that first round, so he is expecting the 3rd round buy. And should they win 32-50, he'll have an AWP.
Yeah, I mean, Zia's just cleaning up anyway. And yeah, I mean, it's not the worst decision because...
Yeah, you'll only feel annoyed about it if they lose the round, really, right?
Yeah, I guess. And now
or if he dies.
Yeah, he's set up to buy his AWP. And that's all he really cares about.
He does need to remember he doesn't have armor.
Yeah, that would... There we go.
Okay. That would have been a bit of a fatal error in that situation.
You never know. I mean, Daddy Frank as well, he's only got Kevlar.
That should be alright
yeah,
for now,
should be fine.
Especially with the setup they're going for right now. So
exactly.
It's 3 banana, 2 SMGs pushing down, Fearless facing mid.
Yeah, they might not actually be expecting this AWP so early on as well.
So we initially thought that was going to be quite an aggressive banana situation. But they double nade down. I'm going to guess they flashed as well. And they do nothing else. They've just 2 flashes, or smokes rather, on Frank's and Zio. Trouble is still playing here with them. If you remember correctly, this was actually their favourite setup.
Yeah, exactly.
They had 3B. Usually it was boosted CT, boosted first oranges, and coffin or behind sight. But obviously the choice of weapon makes it a bit different. It should be Zio boosted up here, I reckon.
Yeah,
that might be the adjustment they're planning.
He's probably just going to commit if they do start smoking CT. So
oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, very slow round from mYinsanity to start things off with. Not much presence towards A, but maybe might be thinking about taking mid before they go B here.
It does make me wonder though, because if you simply watch about maybe 5 rounds from the game, you know, yesterday by London Lynx, you would know the way that they set up on the CT side is very heavy towards B.
Yeah.
And there was a statement, I believe, was it? I want to say it was Emperor saying, "Have you watched enough of our demos, Fearless?"
Yeah, and I can feel like Emperor is definitely someone to watch the other team's demos. So maybe he's put the homework in, and it looks like they are just going to rush B. Trouble playing behind that.
Straightforward. Can't feel like Francis probably should have faced with him.
Yeah, definitely.
That probably would have been a better situation, obviously, but it's still 3v3. Only the 1 kit to play with. Zero actually picks up 2.
There he is.
1v3 for Brody. No grenades. Enemies at every up front right now. CT's facing right there. Fearless misses the shot. That's not a normal thing that he does. He's pretty consistent usually.
Pretty unwinnable situation.
Yeah. Coming from every angle, you're not really sure what you can comfortably get the kill.
Zio catching those 2 terrorists.
The second kill, he should never have got.
Exactly. That first one, Tarus, maybe not expecting the 3rd player so quickly. But yeah, I mean,
second guy should never have died in my mind.
That's huge from Zio. And I mean,
okay, it's
mYinsanity's money isn't too
That's
bad, but
massive.
I can't imagine they're going to buy so early on.
No, it would be pistol Kevlar.
Yeah.
But with so many deagles in play, it makes you're probably not going to do something like an Apps Burst, are you?
Yeah,
Or
there
at
he
least
is.
the Apps Burst would be silly.
There's the Tech 9.
Oh yeah, that is true. That Tech 9 has come out again.
Yeah, he does love it.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? We've seen 2 players so far boasting this Tech 9.
Yeah, I mean, mixed
They haven't
results.
done horribly with it, have
No,
they, to be
yeah.
fair.
They've been getting their kills.
At least they've not been in a situation where the CZ would have done better, I guess
Yeah,
is the
exactly.
main thing. So top banana control. Again, we are seeing that 3-man B setup, treble boosted CT, Zio behind the fountain, and this time Franks has decided to set new box.
Yeah. Now, if they have watched their demos, they would expect Zio to be here because he played there almost every round when we
Yeah.
were watching him yesterday. But time will tell, I suppose.
It also depends if they're counting grenades, because the smoke's still on Zio and Prankster. Trouble's used his just now.
Looks like Dinner might be trying to sell a fake, but
Not too sure how much he can sell.
it is actually going to take Trouble off the bomb site. So maybe not too bad.
Surprising, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Frankster
If the
might have
T's
made a
were
bit
close
of
enough,
noise there
yeah,
as
they
well.
did hear that. Definitely. And they will be coming in straight into Zio. Surely he gets more than 3? He does get the exact 3, in fact, and obviously Frankster.
Yeah,
It's a
no
very
problem.
weird setup. Like, so Frankster doesn't seem to be peaking when his teammates fight.
Yeah, exactly. It seems just very 1v1. Like,
I'm not sure if that's like a part of, he's drilled into his head he shouldn't peak when they've got their 3-man setup there. But it even happened when there was 2 of them there before that as well. with
potentially,
Trouble.
yeah.
So I don't really, it's a bit.
Yeah,
we can
it
only
could,
ask questions right now, so we don't know the exact reason.
yeah,
for that.
it could come back to bite them.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like, I mean, just then, you probably save Zio if you face.
Oof, that is jazzy.
That was incredibly jazzy, to be fair.
I'd like to see some more of that. You love a cheeky run boost, and Dylan.
He got flashed when running up to the top, but the molly's right up against the wall.
That's not ideal.
Burnt to a crisp, and I mean, Tarus is also taking those damage. Crizzy the same.
Yeah, and here we see this
Really
3B bomb site set up again.
They haven't seen 3 there
Exactly.
so far. That's the thing. It's a complete mind game at this point. Like, I think Lynx know damn well they haven't seen all 3 of us here. This is fine. This time Zio moves off after using a smoke. So basically, it's whichever player uses the smoke will end up just rotating. By those things.
I mean, I am actually surprised he's rotated so heavily because they haven't seen anything mid. Fearless still has full control. Another fluff nade that we've seen. Everyone's struggling with their grenades at this tournament. But they are just going to execute B, and it's all on Daddy Frank.
He does a lot of damage though. Tarus again still low.
I mean, they should be set up just to play for this 4v3 retake.
That's a
Should
good
be
nade.
disciplined enough.
30 damage down on Brody. 3v4. Plant will be going in. We've got quite a few nades on the table. Treble still got his smoke.
Yeah, I mean, Cyber's miles away still, but
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see if they go in
It's
without
quite a
him.
late retake from him. I imagine it'll be Zio and Cyber straight through main, and then the others be pushing forward. If I'm Fearless, I just hold the scope on new box at least in this situation. Let Treble advance, see if we can get anything for him. That's a perfect peak as well.
Yeah,
2v1
it's
Cyber, he was very late to this site.
It's played quite nicely by mYinsanity, to be fair. I mean,
They got the kills when it was needed.
yeah,
It's
I'd
just-
say not the best usage of their utility from London Lynx.
Yeah,
They
that's
weren't
true.
really going in when mYinsanity were blind, and yeah, they got punished for it.
You have to wonder how the rotate was so slow as well.
Yeah, I
I'm not
don't
too
really
sure.
understand what's happened there.
'Cause obviously, the furthest you can be is technically, if you're in apps, I suppose, is the latest, but I doubt he was in apps, considering I've not seen him go there once.
No.
It does seem like they've got this boost to peak mid nailed there.
I don't understand how that's missed.
On my
It's
screen, it
inches
felt like
from
that
his
was
head.
definitely on him. And
He goes for
that's
it
how it
again.
lands it.
And there we go. It looks like mYinsanity have wanted to change things up here. Just
Yeah, Fearless is
bit
running
of
rampant,
mid-pressure,
isn't it?
but yep. Just running into a brick wall that is Fearless.
Definitely. He's a man to be reckoned with, really, isn't he?
He is.
With this AWP.
He's something of a legend. some
Mhm.
would say.
Top 5 AWP in the world, some would say.
Some would say that,
Yeah.
back in the day at least. Who would say that?
Sam Gorm,
I thought so.
back at DreamHack London, but I think he's going to get caught on the side of the head here. I thought Crizzy was close enough to actually see him going back towards Minipit, but it doesn't look like he was. Fearless is ready for this push though. Gets one, could he get another one? just goes over his shoulder. Tarus in 1v4, no chance.
Cyber's there to clean up anyway. And yeah, it's a nice start from London Lynx.
Fearless is getting in early as well with some of his AWP picks.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's again from mYinsanity that we saw earlier on in the tournament. They always seem to lose those early peaks. Like, they're never in positions to get those instant trades, and they just seem a bit lackluster on their T side, to be fair.
I'm kind of interested to see what actually happened with the double AWP, because they did have it that round, but I don't think mYinsanity actually saw it. It is just going to be a fast banana rush though. Fearless straight here, gets the first pick. And obviously the double nade does pick up too, so they should know there's 4 people here.
Frankster's hanging around.
Frankster fought it.
And he loves it.
I mean, you give him the praise when he gets the kills, but if he dies,
yeah, that could have
and
made
that
things
forces
a bit,
the round to end up at a loss.
bit messy, but
you
still had
there should be some sort of punishment.
Yeah, I mean, you still had Fearless and Zio there as backup
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's food for thought. But again, yeah, no money on mYinsanity's side. And
So
it's almost slipping away from them already.
Yeah, so Crizzy, we mentioned, that tweet yesterday.
Yeah.
I believe he was 1 and 8 at the time when we mentioned it.
Yeah.
This game he's currently 007.
Yeah, it's not ideal for someone who claimed to be in the best form of their life, almost.
Yeah, I believe that is the exact quote. In fact, he definitely said it feels crisp as I ever have.
I mean, I respect the confidence, but
Yeah.
you'd like to see it on the server.
But ultimately,
well
it could
as
just be a sign of him being a slow starter in these games as
Sure.
well.
Yeah.
Like obviously against Wind and Wing, we didn't really get enough chance for him to get going. Like obviously his team was losing overall as well. I mean, I thought he was going to wipe them all out then. Just a regular eco round really. I don't think. I mean,
Whips out the
how has
AWP,
he not
but
died?
yeah, there's not much he can do.
I don't think that back like wagon, I guess, was that thick.
No, but apparently it is.
Apparently.
And yeah,
7-1.
We really need to see something out of mYinsanity this round.
This is their pick as well.
It is, yeah.
That's
And
the thing, which worries me.
yeah, I mean, yeah, with someone like Emperor, you'd expect a more tactical outlook on the game, but it isn't really coming through at this point.
It's just not enough for Lux, is it?
Cheeky little triple nade down mid. Does a bit of damage to Tarus, but
Yeah.
nothing really to write home about at this stage.
And in all fairness, that's 39 damage to 3 nades.
Yeah.
Average out 13. Some players
not
only
too bad.
average about 5 damage round with a grenade anyway.
Ah, certain players.
Certain players,
I wonder
yeah.
who that would
So it's
be.
not exactly the worst thing in the world, but when you're looking at it from a plain sight, people would think, oh,
Yeah.
that's not enough. Like, that's not much at all.
It does look like they're
Apps
going to
burst is
resort
coming
to
through, though.
an Apps burst, yep.
Franks is ready on sight. How many will he actually get when he peeks out? Gets 1. Holds the spray, doesn't quite get the second guy, but Cyber is there to deal with the rest of them, and that's a clean hold again. The flashes came out, it looks like they got stuck on the doorway.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Bit
they were going through a smoke, it does make it a bit difficult, but
Sure,
they definitely got stuck on that doorway, and it made it so there was no trade possible.
Yeah, exactly. We saw Frankster fully blind on sight, but
Mm-hmm.
by the time he was...
Only one guy had actually got out
Yeah,
by the time
exactly.
he peeked back up.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Again.
arguably just a bit of a mess, really.
Yeah, it's not ideal for mYinsanity, and it's going from bad to worse at this point.
Mm-hmm. Crizzy's currently got an ADR 7.
Bit of aggression from Fearless, you'd love to see it, but he's been rushed down.
Cyber does trade it off, though. Pretty
hang around
confident
a while,
peaks as
yeah.
well, isn't it?
And there we go.
There's a chance here.
They've
3v3,
lost the
they've
aim on
already got
sight.
the sight.
They should have that all-pan rifle, potentially.
It is in the hands of Crizzy. He should have thrown this orb towards his teammates and grabbed that AK
Yeah,
as
I mean,
there as well.
Frankster's
Frank's is
charging.
straight on sight.
Hero play coming out. Does
He
go
does
1
have-
for 1.
He has knowledge on one player, though,
Yeah.
is the issue. You can imagine the other guy definitely is quad anyway. It's just...
We were talking about Crizzy, and now is a perfect time to step up.
And he gets caught, just grenade in hand. And
Yeah.
Zio takes the last player out as well.
For some reason, he's just not expecting them on site. Maybe that's a lapse of communication from Brody, but
Yeah, I suppose Brody wasn't really giving him anything from Pep. Because he was playing quite hesitant. They know there's another warp in play. You don't really want to be outwardly facing it right there.
no.
You just want to be kind of ready, and then if somebody is there, you just be like, okay. They probably know I'm Pit, I'm not facing, so he can just not be holding a grenade at quad,
Sure.
frankly.
And finally, the AWP does come out from mYinsanity in the arms of Brody.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what he can actually do with it right
There we
now,
go.
because they need something. Both AWPers miss.
Did get the leg shot, Ben.
Oh, Brody actually did get hit.
There's that jump.
Can't tell because I don't
That
actually have
little-
a HUD on my screen.
Oh, well, you could just press escape, and then there you go.
I
I
had
know,
one all day.
I'm a genius. I'm a genius. It's okay, Ben.
Some say the Observer.
Some do say that, actually.
Yeah.
Some say the caster. Okay, cool. Yeah, alright then. I'll go bed. Anyway.
So they've been giving top banana control, that's perfectly fine. I don't think Lynx actually fought it yet this game. Actually, now I think about it, they haven't actually done anything, have they? Up towards that area.
Not really. Like, they put those initial nades in, but yeah, I mean, but at the same time, mYinsanity aren't really.
He gets the peak. He just peeked him straight down mid from quad side into Vietnam.
Fair play. I mean,
AWPA versus AWPA.
The thing is, the way mYinsanity is set up, they're literally holding all over the map, but they're still getting peeked into and just losing the fights. So they're playing a certain style, and CTs are playing into that, but it doesn't matter. They're just getting owned at this point.
Yeah, it's like the thing we referenced the other day about the, you practice against European sides. Fearless is about to get third.
I mean, you're trying
it's
to shoulder
perfect
peak.
Team
You're trying to shoulder peak. Some say world-class AWPA on LAN, and it's just not the same as online. So
I imagine this is a tactical pause.
Finally,
the first of the tournament that we've seen.
I'd say it's probably almost at this point a bit too late. It's already 10-1. Most of the half's already gone.
Yeah, you feel like you probably needed it at like 6-1.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't think teams in the UK utilise that nearly enough at this point.
No.
Stop the momentum early, stop the rot, and just try and work out what's going wrong. But you see teams like this, they leave it to this point, and it's like, yeah, okay, maybe if we can win this round, we can start building ourselves back. But the best case scenario is you get into a 10-5, and on a map like Inferno that can be so T-side heavy in this current meta, it might not even be good enough. But you do have to, you like to see it anyway.
Yeah, it's just a bit.
And there we go. Yeah, I mean, Frankster's
giving them plans.
Yeah, he wants them. He wants the frags, and he is giving it at the moment. 12 for 4.
Yeah, I mean, all the players are contributing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, obviously Trouble at the bottom. He's 8 and 4, but that's perfectly fine. 8 kills is more than any in mYinsanity have actually got themselves anyway.
Yeah, no one on mYinsanity on double figures. Crizzy, it's not looking good.
5 ADR right now. I'm just gonna keep tracking that because
you do love those kind of stats, Ben.
Yeah, it's not fantastic.
No, I mean, especially in this sort of stage, the quarterfinals, it's definitely the time to step up. You can talk a big game, but when it comes to it, you need to perform.
For sure. I mean, I just want to see them do something fully, as in like, so I mentioned the European aggression thing. I didn't fully do the point exactly. Yeah. And they were playing such a defensive way, and you said they were still getting peaked, and they're not winning fights.
Exactly.
Like, Fearless is going to do that to you. He'll offer you picks, but at the same time, you're against an AWPA who is incredibly quick.
Yep.
I know the experience of playing against Fearless on Inferno at LAN, and honestly, he does peak a lot of things, and he will win a lot of the fights as well. But you need to know and be ready. Like, you don't have to be peeking the thing. You can just be like ready to actually get the info, and you be like, okay, here's peeking this.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not the hardest thing to do to start flashing him off, pushing him off, making his life uncomfortable. Like, but they're not doing that. On the other side of the map, though, they are doing that to Trouble.
This is a bit faster towards Banana, though. I have to say. They haven't given up this pressure every time. I imagine the damage on mYinsanity right now is based off the double nade at Banana that they did to begin with.
I mean, they're so focused towards B, they've got absolutely no map control towards A, so
they have
still
to be
got
hard
those.
committing.
Yeah.
There's no mollies there. They have a single smoke.
And they're going to be running straight through smokes.
They're not even using that smoke that they did have. Crizzy does get a frag on the board. Welcome to the server.
Finally.
Zero just faces both of them, and can he make it 3? He's gone full wide with that. Dylan 1v3, was a 1v4. His team need it right now. They need something. Is he the man to bring it? Peeks his Trouble. Right hand peek from Trouble.
Yeah.
Always has the advantage in that situation. He did bump into the fountain a bit, which is not great.
I mean, yeah, at this point it feels like London Lynx are just far too comfortable. You see Zio on 16k, he's just running out spraying.
You've got 4 players on 10k plus.
Exactly.
Right now. Frankster probably should have asked for a drop.
Yeah, potentially, seeing as Cyber's probably going to max out his funds as well as
regardless, Trouble will, even if they lose, they've maxed out. And Frankster will only have Kevlar and grenades. It's not.
I do like the look of disapproval every time Fearless messes up the jump. But they're going to try and rush him down again, which could work.
Cyber's held on that molly, but it's probably worked out for the best somehow. But
they've given
at the same
them the
time,
site.
not really.
They've given them the site, but in this case, it shouldn't be too hard to play 5v5 retake.
That's not a good start there. Emperor gets the first kill towards 0. He might be able to get some more damage down on Cyber, which he does. 4v4. They've got plenty of grenades to play with.
Yeah, this
Do
could-
they have the grenades for this
this
sort of
could get
retake?
quite rough. Close quarters. CZ's all over the place.
3 of them on site, 1 guy playing boiler, and he's
then
going to run straight in behind them.
There's the Tech 9.
He only gets the 1. Franks is carried on running. He doesn't care that the guy behind him.
This is just scrappy.
This is an absolute mess. Treble goes to, he team kills Fearless,
Somehow it's a
and they get
1v1.
around.
Wow. I mean, just all over the place.
Wow.
You
And
try
the
and analyse
situation-
that, but
The situation we find ourselves in is Frankster literally has a molly head armor, and he will be dropped on M4, I assume.
yeah.
It's not great. Like, that round, I suppose Cyber was a bit slow on the molly at mid, which meant it was an
and again,
instant reaction, though, to be
yeah,
fair. It was an
it
instant
did,
reaction. My instance was
also
straight
did feel
quad.
like another fluffed molly, of course. But
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh, there we
Definitely was.
go. Ooh.
That timing was really awkward. But that was something fast that made them win it.
Yeah, I mean, those are the kind of plays that potentially get you straight back into the game. I mean, Fearless is changing things up now. I mean, he's fallen away from Arch, and hopefully they don't expect it. Ooh, that's a lovely peek from Tarus.
This is a very good peak. And that's probably the first entry we've seen from them since not even the pistol, potentially all game.
Yeah, apart from last round, of course.
Yeah, yeah. That
They
first
are
one, it just felt like
London Lynx are going to reaggress.
Zero gets one side,
There we go.
turns it, and it's a 2v4. Franks are quite unfortunate to actually not hit any of them when he was initially starting that spray. Honestly, for Frankster, you're thinking about saving. Just because you're on $150, you don't really want to be forcing it, but then again,
Sure, yeah.
it's the last round of the half, technically next round.
Mhm.
Trouble's on 8k. He can go for this, just because if he takes guns off them, it's a better deal.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can redo.
What is... They're facing into him so weirdly on that situation just then. I don't know. He's shot a bullet towards Pit. Dylan's flown out of graveyard as if
Yeah, it's an
he's
interesting
heard,
one.
he's saving.
But last round of the half, and mYinsanity have given themselves a decent chance to get back into this. You know, if they take this to 11-4, then win the pistol, obviously, it's all to play for again.
Definitely.
So
It's
maybe
just-
a lack of concentration potentially from London Lynx in the late stages of the half.
Definitely. So Zio's brought out the Mag 7.
And there we go.
He's
Brody
always
with the
been
entry.
very good for the Mag 7. Franks actually picks up that orb, re-peeks it. Will he be able to pick up
Things are
Crazy?
getting quite
Should
tight.
be. There's Zio's Mag 7 coming in work. Oof!
I'll be honest, I did miss that.
It was jump Mag 7 over the wall to tree that banana.
Oh, and Emperor's lost the bomb at the bottom mid, but they should be able to recover
Yeah, I
in
feel
time.
like Cyber's fluffed his spray a bit there.
Yeah, he definitely could
Trigger
have done
discipline
more.
might have...
Did they
been a better
realise
thing.
about the bomb?
There we
Now
go.
they do.
2v2.
Yeah, I mean, Frankster's low, but he does have the AWP.
They do have a kit and quite a lot of nades.
Yeah.
So the first molly misses. Doesn't actually quite reach the graveyard, which isn't, fantastic.
It does look like they're just going to double up quad.
Yeah.
Let's pick up that
Frankster's
kit.
going for a rifle as well.
Yep.
Okay, so they're going to boost onto the wall. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean,
But
that should give him the
yeah.
info of where they both are.
100%. That nade somehow doesn't kill Frankster as he pushes up. Dylan's managed to get himself to a side angle, which works out great. He's going to probably get the second as well, and that's the fourth round for
It's a
mYinsanity.
strong
From
end to the
nothing.
half. Yeah,
really.
exactly.
That
from that-
the first round second round they won.
Yeah, just a random CZ, balls to the wall, just
Mhm.
run up mid, try and chase Fearless down, and they did it. And then the next 2 rounds, they got the entries both times, like we were saying, and yeah, it's doable for them.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of it relies on the pistol, I feel.
Yep.
Like, you assume London Lynx win the pistol, convert both anti-ecos. It's 14-4.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's a scary sight to be
That is
looking at.
that is rough.
But if they alternatively they win the pistol, convert their rounds, 11-7.
Yep.
It all relies on this in my mind.
It does look like Crizzy's going to
Crizzy's-
try and just
He doesn't care how his score looks
Yeah,
right
he-
now.
he-
He'll still abide by the strat.
exactly.
And you gotta love that.
Meanwhile, there's still 2 men on banana,
Dylan should be able to wipe a few of them out. Only gets
and
the
I
one
think
so far.
Tarus is fast behind the banana
Yeah, he is. This
with
is
the
a
pincer.
struggle situation right now. London Lynx shouldn't be able to get much done in this round, honestly, but somehow
But
Cyber's picked
somehow
up 2.
they are. They're just taking the
P2K
fights.
is doing a lot for him right now. They know where both players are.
Yeah, this is an awkward
They don't need to
situation.
force the plant as much as they think they probably do.
Yeah, I can see Fearless. You know.
Yeah, he is
experience.
here with Cyber.
There we go,
Brody.
Brody. He answers back.
Frankster. And Brody again. Wow.
Yep, saves the round there.
Brody had a very good round there. Just by pure aim, at least.
Yep. And now, I'd say the real test bed. We've seen it time and time again.
The acid test.
This entire LAN is just teams cannot convert this second round. And London Lynx are throwing everything into it. Fair play, they didn't get the bomb plant.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've just got to hope that mYinsanity might have learned from some of their mistakes and can hold off this anti-eco.
So we see Fearless actually just go for Deagle, no armor as well.
Yeah.
So that's a regular situation to be in. He's pretty prominent with the Deagle as well, to be fair.
He is.
So he's left until 11:50, which means he'll have 54:50 in the 4th round. Based on loss bonus, at least, assuming no plan.
Yeah.
Obviously. Quite a slow round, though. So no banana control by the CT side. Kind of playing mid.
Yeah,
but in such a weird fashion, though. It was just Brody, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Trouble had that one flash, but didn't get a chance to use it again. We've seen that a couple of times.
Will they check on the second oranges? I imagine they won't.
Oof.
That flash has got him there, and they have seen him drop. Definitely was a team flash. The question is, can Franks actually get the second kill and potentially think about a plant? I don't think it's going to be possible.
Yeah, I think support's arrived in that now, and yeah.
Brody low, though. The
Nice
second
shot
player
from
is there
Franks.
too, Tarus. He should be able to clean it up. So they lose 2 players, which...
Yeah, I mean, they'll be happy with that.
Yeah, they won't be bothered. It's, at the end of the day, they didn't get eco'd, and they can potentially think about the buy round now as well.
Yeah, they should expect London Lynx to full eco now, and it should get them up to 11-7 and all to play for at that stage.
The question is, what kind of situation are London Lynx going to go for here? Do they try and play a really slow round, waste out some grenades, make them spend a lot of money next round?
Yep.
Or do they just go for something fast just to get it over with?
Yeah. I mean,
Because obviously there's
sounds
only
like a
a
lot of
CZ
nades
in
going
play,
off
isn't
around.
there?
Yep.
Like, I can't imagine you get much done with the CZ.
Yeah, I mean, you can maybe just waste some time this round, like you said. Make them use utility, maybe talk about what your game plan is for the next round, but yeah, it looks like they're just going to burst through the smoke in mid, and it should be a bit of a mow down for Brody and Tarus. No
Should
flashes.
be a total wipeout, shouldn't it?
Oh, that's awkward.
They're playing very scared, aren't they? Despite playing scared, like, you know,
Still a lovely clean-up.
yeah, Tarus is playing really hesitant, like as if he was playing against armor or something.
Well, I think
It's
it would have
odd.
been fine. It's just Brody pulled out of smoke as soon as they committed to that, which
Yeah.
is just, you know, it's just one of those things. But the AWP comes out fearless. He's chosen to buy nades
Yeah.
over that body armor.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I mean, he's confident enough to do it. Fair play to him.
It's really interesting. Brody has the AWP on the other side, obviously. He saw him jump across just then.
Nice flashbang, but he doesn't peek
He's
with it.
getting really aggressive in apps right now as well. Trouble's definitely heard him.
Yeah.
Question is he waiting for Franks to jump across? Oh, Franks to... Did Trouble not hear him? He has to have heard him,
I
right?
suppose not, maybe. You know?
He ran
lands
all the way through the apps.
Yeah. I mean, they were blind when he did it, but you'd think he heard the scope, but apparently not. And yeah, meanwhile, mYinsanity, they've taken banana control. They've got full control across banana. I mean, yeah, London Lynx, they look a bit bewildered at this point.
Brody is still holding the spoiler angle right now as well. Does get flashed off, but he still holds to the quad actual push here as well.
You should be able to get one and fall off.
So that's the
at the
info
very
of
least.
it.
Yeah.
So despite having no armor, I mean, that nade probably wouldn't have done as much if he had cover, I suppose.
Nope. But yeah.
I think he's wanting a boost on the fence, or the wall at least. Looks like he was signalling for it at least. Or was he just bumping into it for no reason?
That's rough.
And the bomb's on the quad. Right. They need both of them to stay alive right now if they have a chance of actually winning this as a 2v5.
What is it falling
involving
up
a
there?
bomb planet. It's on top of the quad right now.
It doesn't look like they even realise that.
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever actually seen that.
Yeah.
So he's died mid-air, I suppose, and it's just flown up there.
It's because he flicked his wrist a bit up when his aim was there, so the bomb has flown in the direction you're facing. So technically he was facing a bit top right. So it's flown right on top of the quad.
But yeah, I mean, we were counting them out a bit before, but
First gun round.
yeah,
11-8.
mYinsanity, they're right back in this.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of reaction London Lynx actually have.
Yeah, I mean, for this round, it looks like they're going for the simple apps burst, which could catch them off at this point. There's only 2 members here, and one of them is an AWP, which could get quite sketchy with all those pistols running around.
So this is remarkably similar in terms of CT side setups.
Tarus might get this info.
He's shoulder spotted like fearless. He's already used his molly there. And that is going to signal this. That's
And
2
his
players potentially moving.
Dylan is on the way.
Brody's going to molly it as well. Is that going to fully stop the commit?
No,
Oh, it's actually...
it's been put
yeah.
out.
Hmm.
I'd love to see one of either Dylan or Brody get onto site here, and yeah, finally Dylan does. Probably plays that apex box we've been seeing so many
Fully
times
wide.
today. Here we go.
He peeks out when the second guy's already in pit. They've got the kill. And he doesn't get anybody. Brody gets a single player. And he's already been tagged 17
and now he really
as
needs
well.
to stay alive in time for his mates to come and retake properly, but he's been tagged down so low.
Yeah. It's not a fantastic situation. I mean, Crizzy got all the grenades in the world right now.
Yeah.
But they're facing a lot of players playing very close to them right now. He hasn't checked the trouble. Ooh, he's nearly whiffed. A bit of trouble with his aim, I suppose.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, he gets that first one, but
Yeah, it just looked a bit shaky.
bit awkward,
Yeah.
but yeah. And then, of course, as soon as I start bigging them up, they do throw away another anti-eco.
Yeah, the guy on site probably should have got one kill. The guy in pit needs to be getting one kill, at least.
Exactly.
Especially considering the situation that he was put in. Like, he shoulder spotted Fearless, he mollied early. You have to be thinking it's probably an apps burst of some sort of kind if they're showing any presence there.
Yeah. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom.
No, they still have another buy round.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pretty good in their buy rounds so far, mYinsanity, so nothing suggests that they're particularly shook from that round. Hopefully they're in the right mental state to bounce back, but yeah, I mean, it's not ideal.
So it is actually a double quad set that's being played right now. So Therese on top of the roof, Brody scoped on boiler,
Yep.
and Dylan back pit. So will Frankster actually get a flash from his team, or is he actually going to end up dry peeking this? I imagine he'll... He's going back to actually do a smoke.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to smoke off Arch, take mid, and yeah, challenge this quad boost.
Yeah, which honestly, it's not actually
It
that
doesn't
hard to
actually
take it
look
out.
like they're going. It doesn't actually look like they're going to challenge it. They're just going to.
Not Molly. Yeah. Whoever was in apps, Cyber, he should have heard them just then.
Yeah.
He'll have heard them pulling off, and that's why they run
I don't
straight
actually
quad.
know why they did
Wow,
fall off
sorry.
quad, but they have.
I think it's because of the nade timings.
Yeah, and Brody getting his kills on Arch. And that's
Complete
lovely.
crunch. Surely he doesn't get a third. Wow.
Oh, he flicks round for the fourth.
Only 5 players left? Oh.
That's a dirty round from Brody.
That was very good, honestly. It was a case of, AWP antics, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally just gets a kill, pull back, scope in, get another one, keep pulling back as you go and go and go.
Yeah, I mean, dare I compare him to Michael Ellie? Swinging round, killing that guy in apps. Won't go that far, but,
Sure.
stretching a bit, but nice to see. And, yeah, London Lynx back on the eco.
Brody's had a heck of a second half so far.
He has, he's
13
woken
to
up.
2. As a pure comparison, he was 4 to 14 in that first half.
Wow.
So, straight up the scoreboard. And this
Yeah.
B setup's actually going to be tested right now.
Yeah, they've got the smokes for this.
Emperor and Crizzy.
Actually got 3 smokes.
Are they going to
maybe one for
boost
the
new
other one.
box? No. Okay. This is an
No,
interesting
I've
setup.
seen the setup before,
Yeah.
although it doesn't look like Emperor will
He's
peek
not
on.
Peeking.
He's
Oh, hang
just-
on.
Oh, that's miscommunication, surely.
That's not been...
But
I mean,
Emperor
he's got
is there to
two.
tidy it up.
It's a 3v3 though. It's not the best situation
Yeah,
to
and
be in
both
right
guns should be retrievable. Frankster's got full Kevlar. I mean, he should be ready. CTs do have the nades to flush them out here.
now. That's good damage done by Fearless, in all fairness. And Frankster does get the kill, but the
And
Molly's
that Molly's been... It's another misthrown nade. This is
Zio's in a
dirty
really good
angle.
position.
Oof, do they check it? Trigger
Zio's
discipline.
playing the long con. 1v2. He saw him.
You see.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Now, yeah, that definitely looked like some miscommunication from Emperor and Crizzy.
Yeah.
Because Crizzy was just confident
He was
playing that
anti-flash.
anti-flash. He just started taking digs.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor, where are you? Help me! But no,
It was a bit questionable, wasn't it?
yeah, I mean, Emperor, he got his 2 frags, but yeah, that's a dangerous situation. You don't want to be tempting fate playing like that.
And it actually is going to be another eco. from
Yeah,
London Lynx.
I guess London Lynx confident in the rest of their T side.
Conservative, I suppose, is another way of looking at it, because they know they don't have to rush things. It's not, they're not facing the hammer right now. They don't need to be forcing rounds. Like, it's only 12-10. They'll go 12-11. We'll have a bye.
Yeah.
Not the worst in the world.
It looks like it could just be a straight up repeat of last round. They've got the exact same nades
Potentially.
for it. Slightly different setup with Brody here. He might get rushed down with
Yeah,
those
as
pistols.
soon as Brody gets contact, Crizzy was ready with the counter flash.
Oof, that's a nice
He's
shot
not there anymore. He's behind Fountain, looking to actually get the face instantly. Gets 2, which is definitely enough, I think. Fearless gets the 2.
He could pick up this AWP and do something
Yeah,
special.
it's a 1v3. He's heavily focused. He's looking straight at that AWP.
Never discount it. He's got 2 smokes to work with. If he goes and picks that other one up, he's not going to. But he is going to go more aggressive
straight
towards
at
this
banana.
That's a missed
Can't
shot.
help but feel like he usually lands that.
Yeah. And they are just going to charge through. That's a team flash. It's
he's
anarchy
still
on the B-bomb
alive.
site.
How was he alive for so long?
That is rough. I mean, again, bit of miscommunication here. And if
Yeah.
you start doing that consistently, it's just going to come back to bite you. And luckily, 2 rounds in a row, mYinsanity saved by almost playing themselves. But here we go. The real test for London Lynx. Can they start making things work on this T side? They've only got that 1 round, which really is just a lucky round to get when you're on pistols. They haven't really done very much with their gun rounds.
Yeah, that 1v3 as well. I feel like Fearless will probably be annoyed at himself for missing that shot too.
Potentially.
Because I feel like I've played with him before, and he lands a lot of shots like that pretty much every time.
Yeah. That smoke is not.
I mean, there's no molly being thrown or anything, you know.
Brody still very confident to peek it. He missed the shot just
Mollies
about.
and
but
fully balls out.
it's fine. It's fine. He's scared them off banana. They've been beaten back by that molly as well, so it's not bad from Brody.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, he gets the info, at least.
Yeah.
Question is, there's no apps control whatsoever here.
No, and it does look like they are just.
They have
funneling
identified some
towards
sort of
B.
weakness at that B-bomb site, in all
Yeah,
fairness, haven't
definitely.
they? So they've got into it both times when they've had half buys. You'd like to think with rifles, you can convert that round.
Toulouse has got a bit
It
of
looks like
info in
something
mid
you
there.
They're going to send 2 players in by looks of things.
Yeah.
Or are they holding for a double fake, potentially? Yeah, they're waiting for somebody to push behind, because obviously that last round there was somebody very quick at banana.
Yeah.
Going to send trouble all the way up as they go contact into B.
Chris just
Perfect
gets caught
timing.
with his pants
They
down.
know Brody's back right. They don't need to be running at him too much, because he has to come out. He has to.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. 3v2 suddenly. Toulouse, there was no CT smoke.
Frankster does have a smoke if he wants to use it, but it's in
Doesn't seem to trust.
yeah, it's in an awkward situation now.
Well, he's willing to flash over, but
And he's been molly down. I guess.
Molly, get rid of the
There
molly.
we go. Maybe he was predicting that, but Fearless another missed shot.
Yeah. Another. Surely not. He just has to pick one of them. He legs him. Frank's a 1v3. He's already taken them 2. Both players are relatively low for them.
Super awkward in this smoke.
Yeah. Comes through. He's already got 1. The molly's actually burning it through the smoke. He gets a 3rd! And he dies to the
my
molly after,
word.
but it doesn't matter.
That's a big 4K from Daddy Frank. What can you say?
We were questioning his, ability to get the smoke out. Maybe put it CT. At the end of the day, the smoke has potentially saved the round.
Yeah.
Because Fearless wasn't actually landing the shots that were needed that round.
Yeah. And this is what I like to see. This is a pause from called by Fearless from the team that just won the round and maybe calming everyone down. You know, it's a very high intensity sort of round. Maybe everyone's a bit screaming,
Yeah, that was quite a high round to be in, obviously, because you can't help but feel like he's in dire strait.
Exactly.
When he's in that smoke, he's getting hit randomly. Speed shots flying past him.
Yeah, also not the best economy. I mean, they can still get a decent
Yeah.
buy. Fearless probably has to make this decision whether he wants to get glass cannon or just pick up an AK. But yeah, I mean, it's a massive round to win, and the most important thing really for London Lynx is that they do convert this second round, or else we could be seeing 13-13 quite easily at this point.
Yeah, as well as that, there's the fact that mYinsanity don't actually have a great economy either.
No.
So right now, Brody, he has another $1,000. He can get armor. The
Hopefully
question
he
is,
does
he'll have no nades, is the issue. And obviously Inferno's a very important map when it comes to grenades.
And he does just buy full body
Head
armor,
up.
which is it's fine. He's
Yeah.
comfortable.
I mean, he's been hitting his shots, hasn't he?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you can argue that when somebody is coming at him, he'll probably land the shot, maybe get a second one.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if Trouble just goes AK armor. He should be getting nades.
I think
Potentially.
you have 3 players with really good nades,
True.
so it depends what kind of situation you want to be in as an IGL.
Yeah.
Right? So will it be UMP buy maybe?
Or is it just a case of send me in, I'll go kill people?
Yeah, because I mean in that strat just then, he was initially lurking towards mid during that fake.
Yeah.
So if that was the same situation again, I imagine he would be willing to just go AK armor.
Potentially, yeah. And we are just waiting for
Yeah,
mYinsanity
mYinsanity
to unpause.
keeping a bit on the pause. Imagine they're talking things over because that B hold has been
Yeah, it's
weak, hasn't it?
it's been a bit weak, and you know you've seen Brody sort of go there to try and fix things, but
yeah. He has been getting a kill every time he's been there.
exactly, yeah. But Crizzy maybe getting that round especially, he got caught with his pants down, almost like a bit too aggressive near first oranges.
Definitely.
But yeah, Trouble does go for the utility buy, and the round is live.
Yeah. So the question is, what kind of difference is going to be actually set in that banana, or at least on that B side? Because they don't have any mollies, they don't have any HEs. They only have smokes and flashes to potentially do anything at banana. So the first thing that they change is smoke at the top, and that's all they're going to do. In fact, they smoke at the top, and then they were thinking about boosting CT. Are they going to go for it? Okay. Yeah. So Emperor goes up, and they've used both smokes at banana already.
Wow. I mean, they have not got a single point of contact on that B site, and that's crazy.
That's kind of bizarre, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't really
If
understand
one
what
player
they're playing
fakes
at.
that site, I feel like it probably pulls a player.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell if that's lack of experience or something they've spoken about. Maybe a hard read that London Lynx were just going to charge up banana, but yeah, it's very questionable.
Like right now, they could have easily just been walking in. Emperor's actually dropped off that.
On the flip side, London Lynx don't have this information, but they're just going to run out of Palace, and it's just carnage again.
They do know players back pit. Brody actually hasn't shot it yet. He does get one. 2v3, they kill the player in pit. And Felix actually takes him out of quad art as well.
That's filthy.
That's a surprising situation to be in. He's missing the AWP shots, but he lands the AK ones.
Yeah, and that's fair play.
There's no kit right now.
Exactly,
I can't
no
imagine.
nades at all.
Yeah. Let's see, is there a kit in pit somewhere? Doesn't look like there is. So this is no kit round, 2v2. You're sitting at 13-11.
Yeah, and they're actually going for the apartments place, so
That molly sends Crizzy out. Surely you have to be calling, I can't go through this molly. We need to save. There's no kit.
at
Surely
this point
not.
it's been so long, they should start expecting this apartments burst, and it looks like Fearless
Crizzy's
is.
running straight up. Fearless gets the
There we
kill towards Apps, and it's all down to Crizzy. And he's taken away
That's
Fearless
a lovely
as well.
round from Fearless, you know. He seems to have come into his element in these
Mhm.
later stages of the game, you know. He's paused the game, he's calmed everyone down, and then in such an important round he's found 3 frags.
And the mYinsanity money is weak.
Yeah, it's
They're
desperate.
forced by it.
They are. Really? Yeah, I mean, maybe a bit intimidated by that whole match point. They don't want to hear that sound every round for the next 4,
I
but
suppose.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a bit questionable, it is.
Not too sure if I agree on that one. It's
No.
just, it feels like on the CT side you shouldn't be really willing to just accept match point on another crap buy.
Yeah, exactly. Thing is, I mean, they've got their smokes, and if they use them well, not like we saw last round, but it's a viable strat. You know, they're chaining those smokes in mid, it seems.
Dylan does have a molly, which he did have pulled.
Yeah, they're quite ready for this mid aggression if it does come in.
But at the same time, Crizzy and Emperor have just got some info top banana.
Yeah, it feels like London Lynx are happy to wait this out, wait these smokes out.
So Crizzy uses his smoke all the way near the top banana, which I think that's fine. I mean,
Yep.
we'll hit about 45 seconds, that'll be clear. And the terrorists will be wondering, if they do come back to this site, they'll have to check every close angle all the way up. But it doesn't look like they have any intention of going anywhere near that place anyway.
And
They're
he's
gonna be
used
probably
that,
running
he's used
into
that
this
money
mid-stack.
boiler as well.
They actually flashed him and faced it. I'm kind of confused by that. You've got the info at banana, you use the smoke close to it, and then you're suddenly deciding to flash peek mid, rather than accept that your stat cast to fall back.
Yeah, and now it's all on to Roost. There's not much he can do unless he gets the
Yeah,
cheeky
he needs
little
to get
sneaky
some
blade. Does get that
one-taps.
dink,
Frank's
but
still- yeah, I was wondering when he was actually going to kill him. 2 on the outside, both CZs.
although it's 2v3, there's really not much you can expect from them here.
Yeah.
Unless Crizzy finds that form he was talking about and absolutely wrecks them.
I mean,
Even.
they don't have a kit in play here.
Yeah,
Again.
exactly.
He-
They should
Emperor's
just be
got an
saving
AK.
this. Yeah. Save that AK, get out of there.
Yeah, I mean, there's an AK in graveyard too. So Crizzy probably needs to play for next year anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's not really...
Although at the same time, you save this and that's all you really have going into the
Yeah,
next round, which is match
2400
point.
isn't enough to do anything. Like, you can give somebody CZ, but I'm not really sure if they're like, taking a CZ.
And yeah, it's
Trouble's looking for that AK.
It's looking very desperate.
And there it is. One of the players actually died in second mid on the
Yeah,
side,
I
but
mean
Zeo takes him out. So
Yeah, I mean that keeps London Lynx modest. So if mYinsanity do somehow pick up this round, it could sway a bit into the 15-13 territory. But yeah, I mean it's the
Can't see
exact
it
same.
happening.
It's the exact same buy we've seen in from the last round, but
there's a lot more grenades, yeah,
Yeah,
but they still have that one kit. Like, Crizzy's got the kit this time, obviously, so it does make sense. Like, you know, it has been him and Emperor retaking that A site when it has come down to do we have a kit or not.
And we've seen that HE down mid come in quite a few rounds in a row, and it's just not done anything. London Lynx perfectly poised to avoid that every single time so far.
mYinsanity are wasting so many grenades at Banana right now. Like, they've taken Banana control. They've got one smoke left.
Yeah, I mean, surely London Lynx can just wait these out, take Banana again straight away once that smoke's gone, and yeah, I mean, no real impact from those grenades, and Crizzy's just firing off CZ bullets. He doesn't have many of those left.
Yeah, he's only got a clip and a third. It's not fantastic.
No.
And the smoke that Emperor had has been used. So, Banana is completely dry. It's all guns, nothing else.
Yeah, with a minute left, London Lynx have more than enough time to do something here. But it doesn't look like they're going to retake Banana at this point.
I think the call might be to take mid and then go back.
Potentially, yeah.
At this rate, because
yeah, we've still got Fearless hanging around here.
I suspect he's flashing them in. Yeah. Okay, so they walk up mid, actually. That's quite an interesting call. It's a one Emperor, really. He needs to get two, I think. He struggles to even get one.
He's just going to get shut down there.
So it is 4v5. 35 seconds of the clock, though. The guys on A have no grenades either. 30 seconds, and they need to make a move. Question is, will Tarus be able to stop the bomber actually from getting onto the site? Because right now, they need Brody and Tarus to do really well, and it's not happening. Tarus on his own on the site. It has to be all over here. 1v4 for Crizzy.
It's left on Crizzy.
You can't see it happening, can you?
Yeah, he's got the kit. He's got the confidence, apparently. But yeah, it's.
I don't think he's got the firepower needed to take this round back.
And there we go. He's been shot in the back and
16-11.
I mean, it's a better effort from mYinsanity. Maybe if they'd started off a bit faster.